Never thought I'd see the day. Dick Purtan becoming a clean-shaven radio legend. We have him live in the studio to talk about his missing mustache. I like it. It kind of looks Jersey Shore-ish.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I want, Jersey Shore.
You think, Dad, I just have to laugh when I shouldn't say laugh. I shouldn't say
I heard
laugh.
that. I heard a laugh.
No, but it just, you know, all my life you've had your mustache except one little time in the 80s when you shaved it off.
Yeah.
It's the way the public has seen you forever. What do you think when you look in the mirror? And
I don't know.
You don't know?
I first went, ooh. But I've had Sue right out the door of the studio here said, you look younger. Oh. And I said, I've heard from a few people today. If that's true, if it is true, I'm thinking of keeping it this way.
I would think so, right?
But I think I've noticed I've done this kind of through the day, and I don't know if it's a Samson and Delilah thing, but I feel weaker, you know.
Oh, look at the video of you shaving. I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah, that was this morning. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, the folks at home, why'd you do it?
Exactly. This was all for a great cause.
Well, I did it. We had the Salvation Army Radiothon on WJR this year and raised $1.7 million. Well, towards the end of the evening, you know, we were really trying to get the number up. And so Frank Beckman of JR had suggested I shave my mustache off for $25,000. I said, well, nobody's going to contribute $25,000 for a thing like that. So about 8 o'clock at night, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. If we can get $25,000 from anybody or everybody, in fact, I expanded it to 50,000.
Yes.
If we could get 50,000 in the next like 45 minutes, something like that, I'll shave my mustache off. And we'll see what happens, because it was a matching hour. So we ended up with $100,000, which we figured out today, somebody figured out, will feed 833 people for an entire year.
Special.
Incredible.
So
Incredible.
that's the reason the mustache.
And you made the match of the other 50 grand, I'll point out, because you know, it was a wonderful, wonderful gesture, and it helps, as you said, so many people for the entire year.
Well, we feed 5,000 people a day. I say the Salvation Army does.
Right, right. Well, so I do notice, by the way, that I think the reason you've had the mustache is because we're all noticing now you really don't have an upper lip, do you, Dad?
I do not. And he used to hide the non-upper lip. I heard him laugh over here, too.
Look, I shouldn't laugh because I don't have much of one, and I clearly got that from you. So thanks a lot.
But you know, it's funny because mustaches run in my family. My grandmother had a mustache. My grandfather had a mustache. In fact, his wasn't as nice as grandmother's.
Grandma had the best.
But yeah, so
well kept and trimmed, Grandma.
Yeah, I would think it would be it was a pretty big bushy mustache for a long while.
Well, and you know what? I want to put up a before and after picture because we do have that. And as we see that, you always have to do the split screen, right? So we can let our viewers decide what they think about the
Let's
before
take
and
a
after.
look.
But there you go.
Well, you know.
What do you?
Susie outside the studio is right. You look about 20, 25 years younger.
Oh, I'll take it.
You're right,
will
Sue.
take it. Yeah, it's harder to tell. It's 20, 30 years ago, the last time I had it off, it was a big, black, bushy mustache, and it was more of a contrast. Yeah. So with the gray in the mustache, it's a little less of a contrast. But
think of what you save on hair coloring now, Dad, right?
Yeah,
I will say I had dinner with my mom and dad last night, and I think for the first time ever, Mom said to you,
"You bought."
Well, you know, well, no, actually, you did.
First time ever.
But Mom said, well, it's kind of, well, how did she describe it? She's kind of fired up. It's gone. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mom.
Porcupine.
Yeah, well, you find out, you know, years later when you're married that she wasn't all that fond of, you know, that kind of thing. With, you know, you women have to put up with that, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
The
facial hair.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff.
But whatever you do, it's always for a good cause. So we'll take a little porcupine. Little porcupine kisses. It's nice to always have you, and always nice to encourage you and support you in supporting so many people in need. That's the bottom line.
Well,
Thank you, Dick Purtan.
You're right, it is.
And that's why you did it.
Sure
so thanks, Dad. Good to see you.
Continue at dickpurtan.com. I'm going to get one plug in. That's my only connection to the public anymore. dickpurtan.com.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're back in a moment.